and for food I directly go to Iskcon because they are very strict vegetarian and all that. Iskcon, I will blindly go and eat. So he has a great respect for Iskcon, so he's put Prabhupada's picture also in the line. So king, he had a problem in his leg for a very long time. He tried all kinds of treatment, but he couldn't cure. So he had this astrological calculation, got some expert astrologers to find what could be the reason. The Kerala is famous for all these things. So the astrologers, they did some prashna and all that. Then they said, Padmanabhji has got a crack on his toe, some repair on the toe. Because all old deities for thousands and thousands of years, so there's a crack on the toe. If you repair that, your feet will be okay. So immediately they appointed people and they started repairing. So they first cleaned the deity. For 300 years, nobody had touched the deity. Because the deity is connected to this wall to that wall. If you want to clean or do something, you have to climb on him. There is no space around him. Ananta is stuck to that wall and feet is stuck to that wall. You can't go behind him. So what they do is they got a peacock feather broom. With that broom, they will just dust him and wrap a huge silk sari. That's what the dressing is. So when they cleaned, they found the toe is covered with gold. Over a period of years, due to this arati, camphor, carbon and all, turned into black. Then they cleaned there, then they, it's gold. Cleaned there, gold. It was fully covered with gold. The deity was covered there. The king, palace people got some doubt. Then they opened the chamber which has not been opened for ages. And first chamber, they found 108 big pots full of gold coins. Then they has got different kinds of crown, different kinds of the dresses, and his Brahmin thread is sometimes 50-20 kilos gold. Very rich he is. So once a pujari he wanted to find, because whenever he does this puja in the morning, the silent hours, he was hearing the waves, the sound of waves, ocean waves. So the pujari got a doubt and he tied his ring to a thread and dropped it across the deity. Then the thread is like pulling away, then he connected so much, like a huge bundle of thread. He was tired, then he pulled the thread back, but the ring was missing. After many months, the fisherman got the ring in the ocean. So the deity, they say it's connected to the ocean. Because the pujaris hear that sound. So amazing, beautiful temple, Anant Padmanabhji. And inside the temple there is a Narsinghadev also. And there is a Krishna. Narsinghadev, very rare form, Yoga Narsimha. Generally you see Prahlada Varada Narsimha, Lakshmi Narasimha, Shanta Narasimha, and in your Bangalore temple, which Narasimha you have? Lakshmi Narasimha. So this is one special deity, yoga, he is sitting and meditating like a yoga form. So he is in Yoga Narasimha form. And long back, the king of this country was a great devotee called Kulashekara Alvar. Raja Kulashekara. Getting bored? Feeling sleepy? No? 16 multiplied by 17, how much? So, Maharaja Kulashekara, once upon a time he was the emperor of this town. Even in Iskcon we have this beautiful book written by Maharaja Kulashekara called Mukundamala Stotra. Heard this book? Yeah, very nice book, beautiful shlokas. He says to Bhagavan, Krishna, I don't want anything. Majjanma idam madhukaitabare matprarthaniya madanugrahe yesha eva. Only one desire I have. Because I don't want kingdom, money, gold, chariot. I want nothing. Just only one desire I have. What is that? Tvad britya britya paricharaka britya britya brittasya britya itimam smaralokanata. I want to be your servants, 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 servants. Sir, 7 times he said. Right? We also say, Prabhuji, please show me mercy, and pull their feet and all we do. So he said, Tvad britya britya paricharaka britya britya brittasya britya itimam smaraloa. I have just only one desire. I want to be your servant. Serve 7 times he said. Amazing devotee. What's his name? Kulashekara. Nice name, Kulashekara. He was the emperor of this town, and he was so devoted to Lord Ramachandra, great devotee of Lord Ramachandra. And he never attends to the kingdom. One day he will go to Tirupati on a pilgrimage, months together, then he will come back, take rest for 2 days, next day he will go to Srirangam, then come back after months, then again next day he will go to Kanchipuram. All the time on pilgrimage, never looks after the country. How many Matajis have this husband that Prabhujis don't attend to the family, they don't know what the children are doing, what they are studying, whether this has happened, that. How many Matajis have got this complaint? No one. I think it's a Leela in every house, right? So the ministers were very upset. He's all the time, going to places and this thing and that thing. Then they thought, let's have something, we should stop this king from traveling. We should do something and stop, because he's all the time in pilgrimage, and who will take care of the kingdom? So they found a plan. What is that? The day he travels to Tirupati, the king will arrange in such a way that 2 Vaishnavas will be coming from Tirupati. So the king will say, oh, such great Vaishnavas have come from Tirupati. What is the point in me going to Tirupati? I should serve them. So immediately he will take a U-turn and come back, and he will serve them for 2-3 months. Then he will talk, let me go to Srirangam. He will start his pilgrimage. 2 Vaishnavas will come from, after some time his whole palace was filled with Vaishnavas. Vaishnavas from every town, they are all living in his palace. So he was serving them and serving, So in this way, the minister stopped his travel. But the problem is, now the king is not attending to the palace things, because he is fully serving the Vaishnavas morning to night. So now the ministers had a new problem now. He stopped traveling, but he is not still paying attention. Then what he did, happily, he had a set of Brahmanas reading Ramayana, another group of Vaishnavas reading Bhagavat, You go to his palace, sit and chant and read from morning to night. He will pay you couple of lakhs salary. What a easy job. Why Premdatta Prabhu has to struggle and break his back and all? Read Bhagavatam, you will be paid. Which Vaishnava will not like? Very good salary. Just chant and read. So slowly over a period of years, his palace was filled with Vaishnavas. Now ministers are wondering how to chase these Vaishnavas out now. They got a new problem. And he was so deeply involved in reading Ramayana. And one day Vaishnavas were reading Ramayana. And what they were reading? The Leela of Panchavati. What happened in Panchavati? Shurpanaka brought her brothers Karatushana. Shurpanaka actually wanted to marry Ram. But that did not happen. It's a beautiful incident. I'll tell you tomorrow. So, Lord Ramachandra and Lakshmana and Mother Sita, and opposite Karatushana with 14,000 soldiers, and they are just 2. And Lakshmana told Ram, my dear brother, you stay with Mother Sita, I will go and single-handedly defeat 14,000 soldiers. Then Ram said, no, you stay back and protect Sita, I will go. Single-handedly Lord Ramachandra fought with 14,000. When Ramayana was read, that particular portion was read, immediately Kulashekara got up. Oh my commander, arrange the whole army, we are now marching towards Panchavati. The ministers were shocked. And the ministers could not say anything because the king is completely absorbed. He's telling the commander, bring my armor, bring my sword, bring my spear, take that weapon, let's march, no delay. And the ministers were running around, the commander is standing, he did not know the king is ordering, so they all walking towards Nasik, Panchavati. The ministers thought, what is this new problem now? Right? Then they arranged 2 swift soldiers. The soldiers who can travel at the speed of wind. 2 swift soldiers ran across, galloped their horses across the king, and they turned back and came. Then Kulashekara asked, Are, you are coming from north? They said, yes, Maharaja, we are coming from north. We just took part in the battle of Panchavati. You know what happened? Lord victoriously won. Lord single-handedly killed. Oh, is it? Jai Shri Ram. He turned back and came back to the king. So involved he was. Another day they were reading Ramayana. What happened? Ravana took Sita towards Lanka. And he is in Trivandrum. Ocean is very close by. He said, army, let's march to Lanka. Army people were stuck now. Horses and, military, then all kinds of army different. They're all walking in the ocean. Gradually water is rising up to the knees, up to their hip, up to their chest. Now they will all sink in. They'll all go inside, And they did not know. And the ministers were in big problem. Now you cannot send swift soldiers inside the ocean also. How to save them? Then Lord Ramachandra himself appeared on the ocean with Sita and said, Kulashekara, don't worry. You just go back and take rest. I already saved Sita. Just because of Kulashekara, the whole army had the darshan of Lord Ram and Sita. Just because of one devotee. That's why Bhagavatam says, you become a devotee, you will deliver 14 generations, 7 up and 7 down. The mission each one of us carrying is not a joke. Not like time pass. We are delivering the entire community. So just because of King Kulashekara, the whole army had the darshan of Ram and Sita. Then they all turned back. But this is becoming more and more. Every day he is into some leela. He is calling all the palace to go there, go here, and all. Ministers are wondering what to do now. It's another big problem. So then finally they made a plot. He has personal deity, Sitaram Lakshman. And the deity had beautiful golden ornaments. So the ministers stole the ornaments, hid it somewhere. And next day Maharaja came and asked, where is all the ornaments? The ministers said, how do we know? You see the palace, you see the temple, you see this place. Does it look like palace? It looks like some mata. Some satram mata. See all sannyasis and Vaishnavas and Brahmanas. One of them would have stolen. When they blamed sadhus, Maharaj Kulashekara couldn't accept it. The person who is chanting Lord's name will never commit a mistake. If at all he commits a mistake, there would be a purpose behind it. The king became very serious. He called the servants to bring a pot with a small neck, thin, the short neck, small neck, big pot. Then he told them to bring the poisonous viper, snake. He dropped that inside the pot and he said, Vaishnavas will never do mistake. If at all they do, there must be a reason. If at all some Vaishnava had stolen this bala, I will take the punishment. Let the snake bite me. And he dropped the hand inside. And the minister did not expect all these things. They said, Lord, please forgive us. We only stole. We want you to chase these people. Come on, please don't do this. Then Maharaja Kulashekara, why are you people so worried? Raja, you are 24 hours into spirituality. Who will take care of the kingdom? Then Kulashekara asked, have you ever heard moon hitting the sun? Sun hitting the earth? Jupiter taking a holiday and going off? Uranus falling down? It all happens. How does this happen? All happens by the will of the Lord. If the Lord can protect 14 planetary system, he can't protect my tiny kingdom? The ministers kept quiet. Lokasya vyasana apanodana karo dasasya kim nakshamaha. If he can maintain the whole loka, my tiny kingdom he can't maintain. The very same day he gave away the kingdom, took sannyas and went to Sri Rangam. So that king lived here and served Padmanabhji. So nice leelas happened. So evening you will be going. What all you should see? Take darshan of Ananta Padmanabhji. That will be a big struggle because you will have all the Ayyappa people there. You have to push, pull inside. All that circus you have to do. Inside the temple you take darshan of Ananta Padmanabhji. Then you take Narsinghadev. And there is a beautiful small Krishna temple there. And in the eastern gate, in 1999, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj placed Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet inside the temple. Now this year is the 25th year, silver jubilee of that. So you can take Mahaprabhu's lotus feet, sit in some corner and chant one round. And by 7:45, they have this procession, very nice to see. They bring the deity either on the palanquin or on the head or on the elephant, every different days, different times. And they will be singing music and they will go around the temple 3 times. 8 o'clock. Which hotel you are staying, Prabhu? Nearby the temple? Which hotel they are staying? 5 kilometers towards